Hello everyone, this is Only Faces. I'm back on the episode of Flowers Summer. If this one's late, I'm probably watching something on IdolCon because they are live this weekend. And Risa Samugi is there. She is pretty amazing. If you don't know her, then you probably will after I tell you that she's Saki in D4DJ, which just came out. Part of Photon Maiden. And Chu2 from Bang Dream. Which brings us back here because we're playing as Ron from Bang Dream in this one. Because she's just fun. So let's continue on. Wow, who knew the Academy had something like this tucked away? Let's see the voice one more time. It's a very impressive theater. It does have a certain air. My classmates excitedly voiced their thoughts as they step into St. Joe's Theater for the first time. The upperclassmen who follow after them aren't newcomers, so they quickly take seats to the left and right of the aisle. A fresh wave of nervousness comes down over me as I see the final audience, a full audience facing us. I got a stabbing pain in my right neck, in my right side. Oh, are you alright? Should I get you some painkillers? Can we get you a new dress or anything? Something more fitting for the role? On, she's being flippant. As usual, she just wants to make a run for it. Well, look at you. Telepathic now, are we? I've had similar experiences myself, but once you start, all your nerves fade away. It's not wrong. I feel like that sometimes when we record YouTube, that's hard to get going, but once you do, it just flows. What can you do to stop them in the first place? I'm actually being half serious. I question her, hoping to elicit some more tricks of the trade so I'm not overshadowed by a professional actor in our midst. Okay, this is a secret trick. Keep strictly between performers. Go on. Imagine everyone in their underwear. If I haven't heard that 1,001 times before. I know that. That's the most basic of basics. Oh, what's going on here? You all seem awfully lively. Now I think about it, she wasn't with the other upperclassmen when they entered the theater. Whoa, y'all look so pretty. I just stepped out from a picture book. Neri, have you come straight here from Wonderland? Here it comes. I was waiting for this moment. Atsuhiro Senpai scrutinizes first, Komikawa Senpai, and then the rest of us. Neri looks wonderful, of course, but Takasaki-kun, you are just bewitching. As are you, dear teacher. I wish I'd brought a camera. Let me do it one more time just to hear, because I heard a pop during that. Oh, so you're ignoring me, are you? I see. You're starting too, Yagaki-kun. Yeah, you look very young in costume. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I'm not so sure, but she looks slight, so I guess it must have been meant as praise.
しかし、いいな。こんな衣装が着られるなら、僕も立候補すればよかったな。
Still, I'm sort of jealous. If I'd known you got to wear these cute outfits, I would have volunteered myself.
八代先輩なら似合います。すごくスタイルがいいし。
You look great in this. You have such a good figure.
そうかな。
You think so?
ええ、朗読劇が終わったら私のを貸すわ。
Of course, you can try mine on after the recitation. I got no words. I honestly have nothing I can say here. My mind just feeling like melted butter. Her face lights up at the offer. Hannah thought she was at all interested in girly things.
意外だな。
That's unexpected.
意外だなとは？
What is?
いや、八代先輩は女性的な格好はあまり好まないと思っていましたので。
Nothing. I just assumed you preferred not to look too girly.
僕も少女だよ。綺麗な服に憧れたりはするさ。だが、そうだな。また下を考えると、下着がまずいことになるかもしれないか。
Well, I am a girl. I do like pretty clothes, but looking at the length, I might end up flashing my underwear. She stares hard at the hem of my dress, and I start feeling uncomfortable. Then...
そろそろ開演ですよ。準備はできていますか？
It's almost time. Are you all ready? The best way calls to us, and Yatsuhiro Senpai sticks her tongue out.
激励しに来たのに、関係のない話題で話し込んでしまったね。そうだ。君たちに一ついい民間伝承を教えよう。
Well, I only came by to offer y'all a bit of encouragement and ended up chatting about something totally unrelated. Alright, let me leave you with a neat bit of theater lore.
観客をカボチャに見立てると緊張しな。
If you're battling stage fright, just try imagining that everyone in the audience has a watermelon for a head and...
知ってるよ。それも定番だよ。
I know, that's not exactly helpful. That's even worse than the underwear. Maybe because of the lead up to this, I forget she's a senior for a moment and retort sharply.
そうか。緊張はほぐれたようだね。
Really? You seem more relaxed now at least. She smiles cheerfully, then with a bow to Sister Best Weight leaves the stage.
さあ、用意は良いかしら？どんちょうが開いたら始まりますよ。
Now then, are we ready? We'll start as soon as the curtain rises. I nod pat the thigh of my Amate partner who's standing beside me.
失望させるなよ、プロフェッショナル。
Don't disappoint me, Super Pro.
あなたも私にいいところを見せなさい。アマチュアなりにね。
I want to see how good you can be too, as an amateur. Yes, I know what time it is, iPad. Shut up. We wait quietly for the curtains to open. This is very similar to a dramatic reading. Takasage announced when we began rehearsing for the recitation. She pointed out how each performer would do some very simple acting with their script in hand. If you think about the style in which we're doing it, where each performer reads out the part for their role, it certainly is more like a dramatic reading. Recitations are usually done by one person. They bring to life all the characters in the story by themselves, old and young, children, dogs, imaginary creatures. But why changes in point of view become very important. Here, the narrator's point of view is seen from multiple perspectives, and we're taught that we have to keep in mind whether we're reading the characters from a first or third person perspective. And it's reinforced to us that we have to speak with an awareness of the authorial intent behind the words. I feel like this game is trying to tell me something. I don't think 2 weeks is enough time for me to possibly emphasize the characters in the story. I struggle however long we had for rehearsals. I think the ultimate purpose of recitation is to convey the characters' emotions to the audience as though they're your own. In my case, the emotions I had to get across are... Hello!
神長姫。それは遠い遠い昔のお話です。
Once upon a
仲
time,
睦まじい夫婦がおりました。
there lived a man and wife.
その夫婦にはなかなか子供が授かりませんでした。
We're very happy for one thing, the fact that
気
they
の
have
優
any
しい
children.
夫は妻を気遣い、子が授かるように神に幾度も祈りました。
The kindly husband concerned for his wife prayed to God that they might be blessed with a child.
そしてとう
He
とう
prayed night after
妻
night,
に子
and
が
at last
宿
his
った
wife
の
fell
です。
pregnant.
しかし
And perhaps because she
年を
was
召
almost
してで
past
きた子
childbearing
供ゆえ
age,
か、妻は何も
the
口
woman lost her
にでき
appetite
ず
and grew weak.
弱っていったのです。何か
Is
食
there
べた
anything
い
you'd
も
like
の
to
は
eat?
ないか。私が取ってきてあげ
Anything
よ
at all?
う。
Anything at all, I'll get it for you.
いいの。
No.
そんなことをしたらあなたに災いが起きるわ。
If you do something bad will happen to you.
夫の身を案じた妻はそのように答えました。
Worried for her husband's safety, she responded as
妻は知
such,
っていたのです。
because she knew.
妻が唯一口にしてもいいと思ったのは
She had the
魔
one
女
thing she
の
wanted
庭に
was
咲くラプンツェルでした。
the Rapunzel blooming in the nearby witch's garden. A murmur grows through the audience. Rapunzel is more commonly known here as Rampion, and the narrative explains that it's kind of a salad leaf that's nutritious and safe to be eaten during pregnancy. Eventually, the kind-hearted husband, aware that what he was doing was wrong, snuck into the witch's garden and stole a handful of leaves for his weakened wife. When able to eat something, the wife started to regain her strength. The husband slipped into the witch's garden again and again until... The game almost gives me a dangerous angle.
お前が私の庭から野草を盗んでいるのを知っていたよ。
I know you've been stealing from my garden.
妻のために仕方なかったのです。
I had to do it for my wife's sake.
妻のため。それなら盗みを働いてもいいというのか
For
い。
your wife, and you think that makes you theft alright?
お前の言い分もわかる。だが、すべてのものには対価が必
I
要だ。
understand your excuse, but everything comes with a price.
対価を支払えばラプンツェルをいただけるのですか。
そう、そうだよ。
But I pay a price.
お前の身重の妻にラプンツェルを与える代わ
Yes,
り
you
に
can.
私に生まれた赤
Thanks
子
for
を
the
ちょうだい
Rapunzel for your
な。
pregnant wife. I'll take your child when it is born. When Taza's witch speaks, like the temperature in the theater suddenly drops and all eyes turn to her. As if the witch herself has possessed her, it is now speaking to Chidori Takasaki's lips. Knights hold their breath, leaning forward in their seats at this offer of a deal.
そして春が過ぎ、夏を越え、
Spring turns to summer,
秋が
and
間近
soon
にな
autumn
って
is
きた
near
頃
at,
です。
at hand.
約束の赤子が生まれました。
The child is born.
ああ、本当に待ち望んだ子だというのに、
Oh, we've waited for this for so long.
私のためにこの子を手放さなければいけないなんて。
We must not give the baby up for our sake.
別れを惜しむいとまくらいは与えてやっただろう。
I give you time to say
約束
goodbyes.
通り。
Bring it to me
連れ
as
て
you
行くよ。
promised. With a backwards glance at the heartbroken couple, the witch takes the baby away. At first, it was intended as mere payment. But as days and years passed, the witch started to let down her guard around the child, whom she named Rapunzel. And fearing that the couple would one day come to get her back, the witch locked the 14-year-old Rapunzel away in a tower with no door. She lived her life completely shut off from the world, but for a tiny window. To Rapunzel, who knew neither mother nor father, the witch was both. She wanted nothing and saw with disease or irrational violence of the world outside. When the witch wished to lead into the tower, she stood below and called out to Rapunzel these words.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! お前の美しい髪を下ろしておくれ
Rapunzel! Rapunzel, let down your hair!
Hi, おばさま.
Yes, Auntie.
お前の髪はとても美しい。きっと神に愛されているのだね。
Your hair is so beautiful. God had favored you.
でも私はおばさまのような黒くみずみずしい髪になりたかったわ。
I wish I had illustrious black locks like you, Auntie. Letting that Rapunzel's hair took after that of her mother and father, the witch wrestled over whether or not to tell her the truth. She wasn't sure that it was right to raise her like this. Having her call her auntie as though they were family. We see the witch agonizing. She wants to keep Rapunzel shut up in the tower, but is this what's best for the girl?
What
should I do?
こんなに悩むのなら
If I know it caused me this much heartache,
赤子などもらい受ける
I
の
never
で
would have taken the child.
私はおばさまの子ではないの。
Am I not your child? Rapunzel was distressed when she happened to overhear the truth that she was not the witch's child. We see her wonder whether it was right for her to stay there and constant in her tower. However, the conflict, those feelings of hers, I wasn't able to step into myself. Who is this beauty? One day, a young prince was passing by the tower when he laid his eyes on Rapunzel for the first time. He tried to reach her, but was unable to enter the tower. Had fallen in love with the beautiful Rapunzel at first sight, his desire to meet her only grew stronger.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! お前の美しい髪を下ろしておくれ
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. He came back to the tower day after day, till he saw the process by which the witch entered the tower. When the witch had left, the prince called out the words himself.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, お前の美しい髪を下ろしておくれ。
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
誰？
Who are
外
you?
の世界の恐ろしい人
Some
間な
fearsome
の？
intruder from the world outside?
いえ、私はあなたに危害など加えません。
No, I mean you no harm.
私と
I want
友
to be
人と
your
なってほしいのです。ラプンツェルは外の世界の
Rapunzel had heard from the
恐
witch
ろ
just
しさ
how terrifying the
を
world
魔女から
outside
聞いてい
was.
たため、初めはこわごわと。
And at first she was scared.
しかし、いつしか会いに来て
Before
くれ
she
た
knew it,
王
however,
子
she
の
had
こ
come
と
to
を
care
大切な人
for
だ
this
と感
prince
じ
who
るように
visited
な
her
って
in
い
her
たの
tower.
です。王子は来るたびに外の世界の愉快な出来事を伝え、ラプ
Every
ン
time
ツ
he
ェ
came
ル
to
も
visit, he would tell her present tales of the world beyond, and an interest in it started to burn within Rapunzel.
ねえラプンツェル、
この塔から抜け出し、外の世界へ行こう。
Rapunzel, let us escape from this tired world outside. How happy you will be if we go together.
ダメよ。
No.
おばさまを残していくことなんてでき
I
ないわ。
cannot leave my auntie.
ラプンツェル。
Rapunzel. The witch found out about Rapunzel and the prince's secret trysts. At first, she was incensed. We see the witch shaking with rage as she considers how to punish the prince for stealing her precious Rapunzel from her, and how to hurt Rapunzel for her betrayal. However,
おばさまは私の家族なのだもの。
she's my family. Rapunzel couldn't leave her auntie after hearing herself described as family. Although the witch had been carrying faded away.
そのものがお前をたぶらかすものかい？
You can deceive me.
あなたが魔女か。
So you're the witch. Please let
彼
her
女を解き
go.
放ってほしい。彼女と
I
共
also
にあ
want to
り
be
たいの
with
だ。
her.
王子がラプンツェルをかばう姿を見て、魔女はどこへなりとも好きに出ていくがいいと。
To the prince shield Rapunzel, the witch feigned a bit of fury and chased them from the tower, telling both of them to go to hell for all she cared. Our point of view then switches away from Rapunzel. We see the witch alone in the tower, weeping sorrowfully. She cries not for herself, but out of regret, for having kept Rapunzel locked away in the tower for so long. Oh, that is a change. We finally see her recognize. We see her finally recognize how much a couple must have cried upon losing their child. And she herself is this upset. The witch soliloquy tugs at the heartstrings and moves much of the audience to tears. I too feel a burning sensation in my chest. Right. This is her Amate partner.
そして泣き悲しむ魔女の耳に
And then the sobbing witch
ある声が聞こえ
heard a
て
voice
きた
from
のです。
below.
ラプンツェル、ラプンツェル、お前の美しい髪を下ろしておくれ。
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
魔女は何事かと窓から外を覗きました。
The witch peered out through the window, wondering what was going on.
輝
And
く
below
笑
stood
顔のラプン
Rapunzel,
ツェ
with
ル
a。bright smile on her face, and saw alongside the prince and the old couple.
あの夫婦の姿があったのです。
何をしに来たのだい？
Why are you here?
おばさまを迎えに来ました。
I came for you, Auntie.
私はこの塔から出ない。
I'm not
出
leaving
て
this
はいけ
tower.
ないのだ。
I can't. The witch refused to say yes. Yes, this witch is her Amate partner. Suo Shirahane's Amate partner. The girl was always so set in her ways, was led down the wrong path by her. Stubbornness and intransigence. Wow, that was a long
あ
one.
なたが私たちを思い追い出したのは分かっています。
I know that you're a way of love.
彼女の父母もほ
Look,
ら
Rapunzel's mother and father have said that they forgive you as well. The prince who knows forgiveness. Anyone having taken a wrong turn along the way. Probably represents her other Amate partner.
だから
So let's always
ずっ
be
とずっ
together.
と一緒にいましょう。だって私た
After
ち
all,
は
we're family.
家族なのですもの。
Rapunzel. Pleading to always stay together. Represents Suo Shirahane herself. The ideal ending that Shirahane once desired is this. Our version of Rapunzel.
こうして
And so Rapunzel lived happily ever after.
王子と魔女と
Together the prince, the witch, and your parents. The end. Wow. A huge round of applause engulfs the theater. I give myself over to the applause, my heart trembling as I feel what Shirahane must be feeling. It's been so long since this has happened, I don't even recognize it. Here, use this. Even when she hands you the handkerchief, I don't realize what it's for. Takasaki takes it back from me. And wipes away the teardrop that's making its way down my cheek. Wow, that was a long one. I want to go on, but we gotta stop. It's already 30 minutes in. Wow, that was a long read. Well, it's almost 30 minutes. I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you on the next one. See you then.